Hey guys, happy Monday. How's it going? Happy Maker Monday. I'm excited to pop on here today and just show you one of my favorite projects from our Maker Box. It's truly one of my favorites. I think it's classic, it's elegant, it's upscale, it's something that you can definitely enjoy the bragging rights from. Look at this. These are waxed ornaments that are great that you can create to put them on your tree. You can add essential oils to them, but they're also a lot of fun just to be able to put on a package. So if you've got a gift that you're giving someone, it is absolutely adorable to be able to wrap it with the ribbon and put it on the ribbon that you put around the package. I absolutely love it. I'm going to show you how to do these today. So in your Maker Box, you get 2 stencils that you cannot get any other way. It allows you to be able to create some great coasters, some different cards. Look at this. There's so many cute ornaments. It comes with eco powder. It comes with all of the supplies that you need to be able to make everything from your Christmas tree candles. You've probably seen these before. Are these like the cutest things you've ever seen? I've had the best time. But one of my favorite projects in the box is our waxed ornament. And that's what I want to show you how to be able to create today. All right, so let's get started. Here's the deal. As you pop on here, say, hey, tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you've never tuned in before, my name is Amy Howard. I'm the Mother Maker here at a Maker Studio. And our tagline is, we love to craft a beautiful life. So part of what I love, when it's winter, when it's cold outside, it's a great opportunity to be able to set some Christmas music on, turn the fire on, and just be able to create. And then that way you know that you can turn around and you can give that to someone as a beautiful gift. So as you pop on, tell me where you're tuning in from. And don't forget, share this video and tag your good friends. And then that way your name will go in for a drawing. And we're going to be giving away one of these Maker Boxes to the lucky person. I'll even ship it to you. We'll announce it in 3 days. But all you have to do is share this video and tag some good friends. And we say sharing is caring. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I've laid out everything that we're going to be using for this project. And again, you have a recipe card in the Maker Box for all of the projects that you're going to be doing that will take you step by step on how to be able to recreate them. So that way it's great to be able to give it as a gift. You don't have to worry about them understanding it, and they don't have to have watched this video that I'm showing you today, because it's going to have the recipe card and all the photographs and the materials in it. So what you're going to be needing to do for this project, we're going to need the ornament mold. We're going to be working with the dried oranges and anise and little pine cones. All this comes in the box. We've got our white pigment powder, our stir sticks, and then our organic beeswax. Now, if you want to be able to add on to the Maker Box and get the essential oils, these do not come in the kit, but they're a great thing to be able to add if you want to be able to add like some cinnamon and orange essential oils to your waxed ornaments. So if you don't want to add the essential oils, you don't have to. You may have some in your pantry that you want to be able to add, but I just think it adds another element of fun to it, especially because this wax will hold the essential oils really, really pretty and hang on your tree. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll set up a double boiler, and we're going to go on and wax the organic beeswax. Now, the other thing is, if you want to put it in a measuring cup, I usually do a 2-cup measuring cup. I'll put it on about 3.5 minutes, and I'll just melt my wax, and then I'll add my pigment powder. So let's go on and melt our wax. All right, so just as a little tip, I go buy the inexpensive little Teflon pots at Goodwill and estate sales, and I use these in my studio to be able to melt wax. I have like, I don't know, 10 or 12 of them. But you can also do a double boiler, or you can put the wax in the microwave. So I'm just going to go on and pour my wax into a cup. I like using a glass measuring cup, but I don't have one here clean. So I'm going to go on and just pour it into my cup. Had a little bit of wax left over from another project that was green. I'll just go in and clean this off later. I'm gonna take the white pigment that comes in the kit, and we wanna make it white. You know, the main thing is for me, you also get a green pigment in the kit if you wanna be able to make these green. Those look great too. My personal preference was I just enjoyed doing the white because I think it looks like snow and it looks kind of festive. Got a little bit of green in here, so it may just add a little bit of color. I'm gonna add just a little bit more pigment. As far as the ratio of pigment to wax, usually when I'm doing a small ornament like this, I'm very happy with putting in about a half a teaspoon of pigment. When you're working on melting your wax, you want to make sure that it doesn't get too watery. So what I do as a rule, I'll allow it to melt, and then I'll turn down the heat, and then I'll allow it to kind of set up just a little bit, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to pour it into your mold when it is just really, really hot and very, very thin. Allow it to kind of harden just a little bit. So after maybe, I don't know, after maybe about a minute or two, it'll start to thicken up a little bit, and that's gonna be better to be able to pour it in here. So once you melt it, once it goes into its liquid state, add your white pigment, stir it up really well, and then let's let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then we'll actually go into pouring it into our mold. All right, so I've let my wax set up for just a couple of minutes, actually about 3 minutes. And so now I'm gonna go on and pour it into my mold. Just take your time. That's why it's really good to be able to work with a measuring cup. Now I will tell you, see at the very top, right here on this mold, it is important because a lot of times you'll see it where that negative space is there. I wanna be able to kind of open this up, and I'll use like a skewer or a little wooden piece to be able to open that up. And then I'm gonna get a pipette and fill that in. All right, so I got a little bit of wax in my pipette, and I'm gonna fill this in. If your wax starts to set up just a little bit, don't let that bother you. Now, can you start to see how the wax is starting to set up? This is going to be, this is the important part, that as you start to see the skim start to appear and harden, see how the outside is turning more solid and it doesn't look as transparent. That's when I know it's about time to go on and add my dried elements. So you don't want to add these when it's really, really wet. So I'm going to go on and place in first to the right side. I'm going to go on and place my orange. So press that down into the wax. Now I'm going to come over to my left, and I'm going to add the anise. What we're doing is we're trying to actually get a composition going for this sweet little ornament. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to add the pine cone. So I'm pressing that into that wax. It hasn't set up yet really hard. And I'm going to add another anise here. Press that down into it. All right, so now continue to let this sit for about another 35, 45 minutes. And then that way it'll be hard enough that we can take it out of the mold. All right, so all you have to do is in demolding, you're just gonna pop it out of the mold, and that's gonna allow you to be able to have your sweet little waxed ornament like this. After, you know, if you wanna pop it in the freezer, you can, but it might be good just to be able to let it cure for 3 or 4 hours or even overnight. I think that's gonna be a lot better for you. then that way you won't have any trouble with being able to get this little top part out, which I have on a lot of times when I've done these. I've come back and poured them even thicker, so that way you see the thickness of it. And once it started to harden, I could easily come back and just add on top of it, and it was perfect. Even you can see how I came in and filled in some of those. I think that makes it look even more authentic. Then remember, in your maker box, you get some beautiful satin ribbon that you can decorate, but you can also come back and use this and thread it through the top of this where this hole was in your mold, and just be able to pull that through like that. I want to take my time, but go in and pull that through so that way you've got it all the way, and then that way you can tie it on your package or you can tie it on your tree. Don't you love that? Guys, this is just one of the projects in the maker box. You've got these adorable 365-degree Christmas tree candles. You've got your tags that come in it. You've got your stationery. You've got your eco powder. There's all these different projects that you can do and create all these different things. So thanks guys for tuning in. Don't forget to share the video and tag your good friends, and I'll see you here back very soon.